Here she comes. Here she comes. Okay. All right, John. Debbie's here. We can call the meeting to order. Everybody ready?
Yep.
Okay. It is 7:03 p.m. We have quorum. We have Sherry, Mary, John, and Scott. First order of business is to approve prior meeting minutes.
Is Mary on?
No, Mary's not coming. We got an email.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
I have a correction for the minutes.
Okay.
Under new business golf cart, it says that the E-Z-GO RXV that was refurbished was from 2020 or from 2000. It was actually, it's a 2020.
Okay. I will put 2020 on that. Is there a motion to approve with that correction?
I can make that motion.
Okay. Do we have
I'll
a second?
second
Scott, perfect. All in favor?
Aye.
it. Aye.
Thank you. Next order of business is to review the financials.
Okay. With Mary out, I'll take that, I guess. Our operating fund is at $158,447. Our reserves are a total of $679,271. That reflects the payment for the new golf cart that came out of our reserves. And our total asset is at $854,931. And no concerns.
Okay. Under old business, we had update on golf cart. The update on that is just that the new golf cart has been delivered. Everything is good. Did the board have anything else they wanted to say regarding that?
Has the back part been put on it?
It actually was delivered with, yeah, that little bucket in the back. Yes, I was surprised because originally they said we had to wait 2 weeks for that. They must have got it in stock. So
Perfect.
Yep.
And the maintenance person said that it's
he thanked the board. He was like, "Oh my goodness, this is so nice. Thank you." And I told him, you know, the board appreciates how he's been walking the community for about 2 weeks. That he did go above and beyond. And but I did tell him to treat that golf cart like he just spent $7,000 on it. It needs to, you know, be taken care of. So
Really?
Next order of business is under new business was janitorial bonus. The board wanted to discuss.
Yeah, I guess that's good coming off the golf cart. I was going to suggest a bonus. Our maintenance janitor guy used his own car and his feet to complete his work for the 10, 11, 12 days we didn't have a working golf cart. So in appreciation for him going above and beyond, I was thinking maybe we give him $100. Any other thoughts?
I think so.
No,
I've seen him walking. I saw him walking around a lot in the heat.
Yeah. So I'll make a motion that we give our janitor a $100 bonus.
I'll second.
Well,
Did you have anything, Scott?
no, I was gonna second it, so.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. Perfect. Next order of business is violations lot 108. The board wanted to discuss.
That's the homeowner that continues to expand and build in the common area behind his home.
Yes.
Has not responded to community concerns, violations, or requests for mediation. So the next step is to have the attorney file suit for him to remove the improvements he's made in the common area behind his home. Just to note, some of the improvements this homeowner has made are outside of beyond the common area, which we have no authority. No, we're not going to address that. That's on land owned by the Lake Worth Water Management District. And if they choose to pursue it, that's on them. We're not involved.
Does the rest of the board have any discussion?
So he did not respond
He, along the way, filed an ARC
for the
for
homeowner?
build. Yeah, the homeowner filed an ARC to try to get approval to build what his improvements in the common area, and that was denied by ARC. That was the only thing, the only communication I recall.
How long ago was that?
I'm not sure. It's been going on for
A long
A
time.
while.
there's a soccer field he's built, trampoline, irrigation, lighting.
I don't see that we have a choice.
We really don't.
I just don't see that we have a choice.
So, I mean, that's the next step is to file suit.
Well, we've given him every opportunity.
So do we want to make a motion to have the attorney move forward?
I'll make that motion.
Is the homeowner's not on the call? Okay,
I'll second that.
the homeowner's not on the call, Marlena?
No. Okay, so John made the motion to move forward. Scott second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, perfect. Next on the list is lot 82.
I'm trying to find the response. I mean, this is basically just responding to a response from the homeowner, which really doesn't hold any weight. He's got to clear the violations. I mean, we're not at the attorney or anything at that point. We're just, where's his response? I should have pulled this. Give me a second, I'm looking for it. Is it? Got it.
Looking for it too.
I have it.
Okay.
This homeowner has a violation for a commercial vehicle. Specifically, he has an enclosed trailer with lettering on the side of his house within view of the road. And his response is that House Bill 1203 is in effect permitting the presence of commercial vehicles and HOA communities. And the trailer in question falls under the 12,000 pound threshold by law. And let me open this. The legal response says there's a case called the Kaufman versus the state of Florida, and it determined that covenants may not prohibit the owner. The covenant from the state was that the tenant or guest from parking a vehicle, including pickup in the owner's driveway or other areas of the right to park, may not prohibit vehicles containing markings, commercial lettering, or prohibit vehicles other than commercial trucks over 26,000 pounds. However, the Kaufman case that's being accepted in the state of Florida says if the contract between the homeowners and their association prevails unless the association docs or rules and regulations state that these docs may be amended from time to time. Our docs don't include that, so the state doesn't have the authority to alter the contract between the homeowners and the association. So that means you can't have the commercial vehicle. Then the damage to the driveway is his driveway is like, I guess, split and collapsing. And the homeowner's response was that damage to the driveway is the result of iguanas burrowing beneath the concrete, which have caused structural sinking and cracking. This is a wildlife issue beyond the homeowner's control. There's a request that the HOA address and mitigate the population as part of the community maintenance responsibilities. Again, that response doesn't really hold weight, as regardless that issues beyond the homeowner's control, that would include, paint fading, mold on your house, whatever it is, the homeowners still have to address and make those corrections and repairs as needed. And for many years have had iguana removal services to do what we can to control the iguana population. And there was another violation for exterior change.
Which has been corrected.
Okay, great. I was going to say that's an easy one. Just get an ARC.
Yeah.
There's no need to deal with that. So that was the only thing I can say is, respond with the result of the Kaufman versus the state of Florida case and, the driveway repair. So other than that, that was it. Do we even need a motion, or is that just something to discuss?
Well, I had replied to the homeowner, letting them know on each of those accounts that they pointed out.
Right,
did
and I
respond,
saw the response.
Yeah. But I was told to put it on the agenda for tonight. So I'm not sure what the board wants to do. I would give a little bit of time, in my opinion, because the homeowner did finally reach out to me and I gave him a response and let him know what needs to be done. So hopefully they do that.
All right, so there's nothing that we need to do right now.
No,
Okay,
I don't think so. I would give them a little bit of time. Yeah.
okay.
Next is violation from the county for the association shed.
Yeah, we had a homeowner send in a complaint to Palm Beach County. Back in 2012, we replaced a shed and there was no permit was pulled apparently. So the county sent the complaint, and we have a contractor that will file the paperwork and handle the permit application for the county. He's saying it's going to cost $3,000. Seems like a lot to me, but I haven't gotten a response from other contractors willing to do it. So pretty much our only path is that I can find.
Does
Well, I
the
think we need to
have
clear
any
up these
discussion? I'm sorry,
Yeah.
Scott, go ahead.
No, it's okay. And I think we need to clear up these violations. They're just gonna, keep causing more problems down the road. So
Right.
I think we need to take care of it.
I agree.
I agree as well.
All right. So I'll make a motion that we contract with Duperman Faith Plus Contracting, get him his retainer. I've already supplied him with the architectural drawings for the shed, the state of Florida ratings and certifications, and the survey. So hopefully he can do it pretty quick.
Okay.
So John, your motion is to approve the Duperman contract and give the retainer. Is there a second to that motion?
I'll second that.
Okay, Scott. Perfect. All in favor?
Aye.
Perfect. Okay. Next on our list is the iguana proposals.
Which
So
one
we
have
have-
we used in the past?
We have Trap and Go. That is the vendor who has been doing work in the community. He does his per lake, per area, and he gives a 6-month guarantee, and that's one rate, and he'll come back monthly for that 6 months. So that's his
$1,800.
proposal is $1,800 for the lake and the pool area, that whole area there only for 6 months.
So just around the pool and tennis courts then?
The pool, the tennis court, and the lake, the walking lake also.
Right, the lake on the other side,
Yes,
sure.
yeah, that whole area, that's $1,800.
Were there any other areas where we're seeing an infestation of iguanas?
Well, we still have him for the scenic turn. And a couple weeks ago, I did call him out for scenic turn. That's the only two areas that we have him so far.
Okay.
And we got complaints for these 2 areas and he checked that out already.
Yeah, this area, the pool area and the lake area, we are seeing more and more iguanas.
Yeah, I was at the pool last week and I saw a couple of like 4-foot monsters. I didn't see a lot, but there were 2 real big ones, and the flowers on the bougainvilleas are there's some, but not a lot.
So the other option the board has, if you didn't want to do that, is Delgado Family Pest. I found them. I thought it was more reasonable, because my thought is he's going to go in the whole community, all of your lakes, for $150 is the service call. Then he charges per iguana. So in my mind, it might be one high rate, but then you just need to maintain the eradication of the iguanas, and you would only need him, I don't know, maybe once a month. And if he gets 1 or 2, it's not that bad. Or maybe you only need him once every 6 months, once a year. It depends. So
But how
that is
many do they-
one option.
Is that on like a will call basis?
It's
Yes.
150 per
It's
trip.
100, yes. So
we
it's
call it-
$150. He'll come out every week if you want him to. He'll come out
Right,
once a
that's
month
perfect.
or quarterly. And it's for the whole community. And so that 150 is one flat rate, and then he charges per iguana. So he would probably be on site all day trying to get as many iguanas out of Country Park as possible.
Sure, that's how he makes the money.
Yeah.
If we
Right,
find
'cause he's-
100
but he's-
Well, I mean, that's what, a dozen
$25 per iguana, that could add up quickly too.
I have him
I think there's-
doing one of my other communities. He did say if I had multiple communities, he would drop his rate from 25 to 15 per iguana.
That'd be better. But I tend to think that that bid would be better than the other, because number one, they're going to really go after the iguanas. And if they
Right,
do, and they catch those iguanas, then it shouldn't be more charges, because they're not reproducing, because they're not there.
Right. He sends me a picture when he goes out on site of what he caught. So
I think we should, if we do that, we should put a cap on it so it's not just. Yeah,
Well, if we can get him to $15 an iguana, even if he catches 100 of them, it's still cheaper than.
The other guy.
right.
see, that's what I was thinking, but I think 1 or 2 board members here or there might have thought that this might be too expensive.
Well, the other thing is if he's charging us per iguana, we want to be sure that he's not showing iguanas that came from another community. I mean, I know that sounds stupid, but in the same sense, if he's a businessman and he's a little bit, then he's going to have other iguanas with him, right? So who's to say what he's putting out to show us and charge us?
Well, we can schedule it on a day when Marlana is on site.
That would, I mean, we just need to be sure that this guy isn't scamming us. That's all.
Right. Yeah, I mean, he was on site at one of my other properties for hours. The president had met with him real quick. The guy did his thing. The president came back later on and seen, you know, that the iguanas were dead, and I had pictures, texts, showing me what, you know, he caught.
Is he licensed and insured? I
Yes.
don't know. So he's an exterminator, I'm guessing.
He
I
does
don't-
pest control. He does, yeah,
control.
trapping,
Okay.
yeah. Mhm.
Pest control, so- okay.
So can we see if he'll do the 15?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And there's no real contract then. It's just the one, when you call him, he comes.
right.
I think that's a decent option. If it doesn't work, we can just cancel. We just don't call him again.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking. The only thing is if we still have that contract on Scenic, that one lake. So I don't know if we want to tell him not to go there, or he can go there, and if he catches anything, it's, you know, just bonus. He's getting rid of it.
Well, if the other guy's dealing with Scenic Turn Lake, then there's
Right.
not going to be iguana. He's not going to find any iguanas, really.
We don't want to pay two people. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So I
So-
can
How
tell him that
long
one
is the
lake not
contract
to
left
do.
on Phoenix Turn?
Yeah, just say the other one's under contract for him to avoid it until we tell him that the contract is expired
Okay.
or completed or whatever.
Yeah.
And then if there, you know, if we've got a problem, it's because the other guy's not doing his job.
Right.
Well, the other company, we've had him for years. He's done a good job, so I don't expect any issues there.
Gotcha.
Someone want to make a motion?
I can make a motion to go with the second bid. What was it? What's the name of it? Something family?
Delgado family? Delgado family?
Gatto family?
Delgado? Is that how it's pronounced?
Yes, it's Delgado Family Pest.
Okay, Delgado. Yeah, I'll second that motion.
Wait, what was your motion? To approve one-time visit at the $15 rate?
Yeah, because we're gonna, does that mean we have to approve it every time he comes out?
Not if he's a vendor, if we need, we can.
Right. Right.
Yeah,
So yes, we want to approve him coming out to check the lakes and us pay him $15 per.
Even if it's 20, it's still, he's going to cover the whole community, not just, you know, a
Yeah,
little pool area.
we're just still hoping to pay 15 instead of 20. That's all.
Absolutely.
How long is his visit? I'm just curious. I mean, it says, you know, per visit. Does he spend a day out here? I mean, what is his normal routine?
I would have to ask him because our country park's pretty big. I would think that it's going to take him all day. My other
Okay.
community is very small that he went to. It's like 2 blocks. It's a lot smaller. So
Do
he
we
was
know-
he was there for a while, but he wasn't there all day. I think your community, he would be there all day. I'd have to ask him.
And how does he get rid of them?
They use a air rifle.
So we'll have to let homeowners know that they're in the,
Yeah, I was just gonna say, yeah, we probably want to let the homeowners know that someone's gonna be walking around with a rifle.
Yes. That's not a problem. We can let homeowners know, and also he lets the police know. This way, if any homeowners do call the police already know that he's in the community getting rid of the iguana.
Okay,
Can
good.
you
Good
check with them whether they prefer that we notify the homeowners or not? Because some of the,
He does prefer that you notify the homeowners, because I
Okay.
asked him that with my other community, because some homeowners, when they hear that, they'll be out there and try to discourage you from doing the job, eradicating the iguanas. But he handles it pretty well.
okay.
Okay.
Okay, so
Very
Sherry and Scott, all in favor for that motion?
Hi.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Next, the backpack pool enclosure.
Yeah, we got a quote for that.
Yes. So this is a difficult one. It's difficult to find pool companies that actually do the backpacks. I have our pool company was contacting Backpack directly to see if he could get a list of certified vendors for me, because I told him I'm having trouble with this. But I do have one that I got from Pastrana Pool Services, which is $32,000.
Which is
I
about
need to-
what he said it was going to be.
Yeah. Yeah. I need to, this does not say if it's for, well, it says one. We have 2 vac packs for the big pool, and both of those are in really bad shape. So I would have to verify with this vendor if both of those, if they're both considered, you know, separate. I believe they are. They're both, there's 2 vac packs. So I believe it would be $32,000 per vac pack.
Nice.
Yeah.
Can you clarify that? And also,
Yeah.
because it says new backpack system.
Yeah, it says all that, but under item number, it says 01, and it says quantity 1. So that's why I'm thinking this is just one side, but
Maybe he's calling it a system and
right,
incorporating both. That would seem a lot more reasonable.
right. So yeah, I need to verify with him about this. But the pool vendor says that we really do need to get those vac packs changed out. We need new ones sooner than later, because there is a small leak that is within that backpack that he can't fix until we change out the backpack.
Can you ask AJ if he feels we can wait till the end of the year for this? Because I'm guessing the pool's going to be down for a few days.
Right.
We can do it late, and also either get it done in the winter or November, December, January, when the pool's not in use as much.
Okay.
I
See
got
that
a question. The
Sorry, Scott.
backpack, is that the system we have now?
The backpack is the whole enclosure for the pool equipment. So when you go in the back,
Right, but does that also include the pumps and everything, or is that just that clamshell thing that covers up all the equipment?
no, the proposal here says includes removal of existing backpack system and installation of new customer order one. Existing pumps and Stenner feeders will be removed and reused. Entire backpack plumbing and filtration unit will be replaced. Requires to dig out the old system to install the new one up to code. Warranties provided. Pool required permits to perform all aspects of job.
Okay, well, is this backpack the only thing we can replace it with?
Yes.
Meaning, is there another system?
From what I recall, about a year and a half ago, AJ said that this is the economical solution. To replace it with a different type of filtration would be far more costly.
Okay, that was my question.
Yeah, I was going to say all of my communities have the same backpack enclosure.
Yeah. So from what I can gather, I've done what I've been able to find online is it's not replacing the pumps and filters, but there's a lot of major plumbing that has to be replaced. It's not just the fiberglass enclosure.
Yeah, it's excavation, plumbing, electrical.
Right.
Mhm.
But as this Pastrana Pool Service, they've been on site to see what we have.
This was about a year ago. I believe I did meet them on site, because I was meeting different vendors on site.
Okay.
But I have to call them and I have to verify this and maybe meet them again on site.
I think that would be best, because if it's been over a year, they might come out and say, oh, well, now we need, or something
Right.
else.
Right.
going
Update.
into that.
So when two things, when it says that it's reused, the reused entire backpack plumbing, does that mean that he's putting the old stuff back in for certain things?
We're using the same pumps and filters, but the backpack plumbing and filtration system gets replaced with new.
And this says that it includes pulling required permits, so this covers the cost of the permits.
That's what it says.
And then it doesn't specify the warranty on it,
Right.
the time, the length.
So we need to get that too when he comes out.
So ask him that also.
Yeah, we just don't want any surprises.
Right. Okay. Next on our list is the summer event. We had a homeowner reach out, said that they really loved the snow cone event that y'all did last year, and they were wondering if we're gonna do it again this year. I sent that information to the board and we put it on today's agenda.
I can certainly contract the snow cone vendor.
Contact?
Yeah, the same guy,
Contact.
same price. Nothing's really changed.
So you did contact them already?
I have not.
Oh.
But what's funny is he had messaged me the other day, right, John? Wasn't
Oh
it the-
yeah, he does that every year.
Yeah, he's reaching out to see if we needed him. I was like, this is weird. John, did you call him? Like he knew we were talking about him.
Did
Yeah,
we do it for July 4th last year?
I don't think we did last year.
Thought we did.
Did we?
I don't think we did one last year.
Maybe you skipped last year and that's why this homeowner was asking if we're doing it this year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the year before we did the snow cone and we did the popcorn, I think, in one like pool party
Right.
summer, which would be nice.
I mean, I'm happy to contract it and set it up. It just, I'm not available July 4th weekend.
I'm not sure if I'm here either.
So somebody needs to take the lead on it, or we got to pick a different holiday.
Or just do a summer pool party.
I'm thinking let's just choose a date to do a summer pool party, and it doesn't have to be a holiday.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because you still have like August and September still nice out. Very nice out. Most of the months are nice here.
So we'll table this till next month.
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay, does the board have anything else? No other discussion? We can open the floor to homeowners. Homeowners in attendance, you can unmute yourself if you have any questions, comments, or concerns about the agenda items.
I have a question, Marlena.
Yes,
Okay, it's for my knowledge.
I'm sorry?
This is for my knowledge since the Florida statute has changed. So are we allowing commercial vehicles in the neighborhood?
No, you're not allowed commercial vehicles in the neighborhood.
Meaning like not having any logo, letter, nothing like that, right? Any trucks that have.
Correct.
Okay, so I've been seeing a lot of here nowadays, so I was not sure if the statutes have changed. Well, they changed, but I don't know if you were applying that.
Right, yes, the statutes changed, but it does not apply to Country Park. So some homeowners may think that it does apply to Country Park, and that's, we're reaching out to homeowners, letting them know that it does not.
Okay, I've just, for my knowledge, I want to make sure because I know it changed. So
Yes,
I need, okay,
thank you, I appreciate you asking.
thank you. Thank you.
Any other homeowner have any questions?
Yeah, I have a quick question in regard to the pool. You guys probably already talked about this on another meeting and I missed it. But has anybody checked out the advantages of switching over to a saltwater pool versus chlorine? You guys probably already got quotes on that.
As far as I can remember, I don't think we've ever discussed it.
Gotcha, because from my understanding, I have to talk to my dad. He has a house on Intercoastal. He just switched over to a saltwater system, and he's like raving about it. And he's saying, you know, long term that the cost of maintenance is actually less than a chlorinated. And he didn't have to change much in order to switch over. I can get you guys the information. I was just wondering because I know you guys were talking about the pool earlier, so I figured I'd bring that up.
Send us the information. I know nothing about it. You know, so.
Gotcha. Okay, I'll send it over to you, John. I'll get it to you guys probably within the next 24 hours. I'll call them up to you tonight or tomorrow. And then just so you guys have the information, it's always good to have
Absolutely.
another idea.
Thank you, Barry.
I've heard of saltwater pools. I just don't know anything about it, to be honest.
All right, appreciate it, guys. I'll send it to you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
8391, you can unmute yourself.
Hi.
Hi.
Hey, so about the commercial vehicles, why isn't that Country Park doesn't follow that new law?
There was a court case, Kaufman versus the state, and the courts determined that the contract between the homeowners and an association take precedent over changes off the to state statute. That the homeowners, when they purchased in an association-run community, it's a contract that the association is going to provide a certain level of amenities and feeling and, you know, and rules and regulations that they chose that they want to live by. And the state is can't overstep that. And the I would say research it online a little bit, because I'm basically speaking what was explained to me in the past is some docs have language that states these are the rules and regulations for the community, which may be amended from time to time. And if that phrase is in the docs, then the state statutes can adjust, can change, will change that and change the rules. Country Park rule docs do not include language of that nature. So the state cannot supersede the contract between the homeowners and the association.
Okay, I heard what you're saying, but well, I don't understand on what in our governing documents actually say that.
It's that we don't have the verbiage in there.
So because it's not in there, we're not gonna go with that ordinance?
Correct. The statutory parts of the state statutes that changed do not apply to Country Park, while procedural changes do.
So that means the commercial vehicle aspect that changed does not apply to Country Park.
Right, but things like training or classes that board members need to take, storage of documents, and some other procedural changes do apply.
Right. Okay. Just to be frank, it just seems like we're kind of picking and choosing what we want to follow and not follow. I mean, there's things we follow and then there's things we don't follow. That's just how I see it. I mean, I guess it's my opinion. I can have an opinion. I'm a human being, but it just seems like we're picking and choosing what we want to allow and not allow. And I'm assuming commercial vehicles, no, because it brings down home values. Is that the reason why it's in our governing docs and we don't want to go with the new law?
Right, it's in our governing docs, and there were a number of court cases. I don't know how many, but a lot of communities sued, went to court, and the courts determined on several issues, including the commercial vehicles, that the documents, there were certain conditions of the documents between an association and their members that the state statutes cannot alter. So it's an existing contract. The state does not have the authority to change it. And we didn't really do anything for a while until the court sorted it out. And then once the court cases started, going through the courts, we had our attorney write, says, here's what applies to Country Park, here's what doesn't. And I'm not, this is not to say there won't be other challenges. We're not suing the state or challenging it. We're just following precedents set by the courts.
And that means we're not picking and choosing. It means that we're going by a legal decision.
Yeah.
That
Well,
that
there was
our
a-
lawyer advised us on.
Right, the lawyer that represents the homeowners, and now we have what, 10 or 12 homeowners that have to deal with something by law is changed, but we choose not to go with that.
It's not us choosing. It's
It
that
doesn't apply
legal
to us.
documents. We would have to have our documents changed to
Yeah.
do it.
May I interject for a minute? If y'all are choosing to utilize the Kaufman language, so why not send a letter to every homeowner? Since, as John just stated, you already got a letter from the attorney, what you're going to lean toward. But it's not informing 306 homes in here. You're only informing the people that you're violating. Inform everyone. There also is, the documents can be changed, Red Wagon. That would take the community to change it so that we could put that terminology in so that Kaufman language did not come into account here.
Sure, but when was the last time we've reached quorum to actually try to change anything to the benefit of some homeowners?
Yeah, there are a whole bunch of problems with that. That's a whole nother story.
Yeah, it's been very challenging getting quorum or getting the majority of the homeowners to respond.
Sure,
Well,
and I understand all that. Again, is this such a big deal that we have to, we're going to go with, again, we're going to go with legal precedents for 10 to 12 commercial vehicles / trailers.
Right.
Okay. I just think there's bigger fish to fry in our neighborhood than that.
I have a question. Is it, what's the classification of a commercial vehicle as far as the bylaws are concerned? Is it that they have verbiage on the side of the truck, or what is the actual classification? Like what's the definition based off of our community language? Just curious.
I don't have it in front of me.
I
But-
have it in front of me. It is section 14 of your docs: trucks, commercial vehicles, vans, trailers, campers, and boats. No trucks, commercial vehicles, campers, mobile homes, motorhomes, boats, houses, trailers, boats, trailers, or trailers of any other kind, description shall be permitted to be parked or to be stored at any place on any lot except during periods of approved construction of said lot. And it goes on, it explains trucks and pickups. So if you want to look at the docs on the owner's portal, there's a whole section, section 14, page 14, that says trucks, commercial vehicles, vans, trailers, campers.
There's also a section that describes commercial vehicles, not by size, but by lettering or external modifications, such as ladders, racks, stuff like that. I don't have the docs in front of me, but that's what I recall.
Okay, any other homeowner?
Oh, and Sharon, I wanted to reply. I think that's an excellent idea that we send out a notice of
To everybody, yeah. I thought her idea was very good too. Yep.
I got a question for you. In regards to the shed over by the pool. I was looking over his contract. Is this guy this is a one base price. He's not gonna come back after us saying he needs engineered drawings for the structure and electrical drawings for whatever electric is on that.
The electrical has been done, and I already gave him the survey and all the architectural and structural engineering documents from the manufacturer.
Okay, I just didn't know if he was gonna come back after us or something.
I don't expect, no, that would be, I think he's charging too much money to begin with, so.
Yeah, well,
If you're
another-
providing everything, that's an exorbitant amount for him to be charging us. If he's already got the drawings, the electrical you're saying is done,
yeah,
everything else is there, what are we actually paying for?
that's
Our-
quite a bit.
Our problem
An
is
experience.
these GCs are, using their license to go pull a permit for something that's been there for years, and many GCs don't want to do that.
Hey,
Yeah,
so
this is the-
that's on here.
This
I
is,
guess that's including the permit fees then.
yeah, this is at least the third GC that I've hired to clear this up. And
The third GC, have we expended money on all of these GCs?
no, I haven't paid anybody. They said they would take care of it, gave them the documents, and a month or two go by, and either they apologize saying it's not something they can take care of, or they simply disappear. But no, I haven't paid anybody.
And no previous permits or anything have been pulled or put into.
One GC filed for permits and then never responded. He actually filed for the permits for the shed and another one, and then ghosted.
He paid for those, or, because there's a permit review fee up front.
I don't know. We didn't pay him.
We
We
did
didn't
not.
pay him, so
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay. That answers that.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Or comments?
I'll make a motion to end the meeting,
Adjourn?
adjourn.
7:50? Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Awesome. All in favor? Have a good night, everybody.
I thank you all for coming.
This is one of our biggest meetings.
Yeah,
Yeah, this is a great turnout.
It was nice
yes,
for a change.
yeah.
Thank you, everyone.
Talk to everybody. Thank you.
Bye,
Thank
thank
you.
you.
Night.
Night.